What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Masculine Energy. You're here to see why and when the worst time is to reach out to your ex. The worst time to reach out to them is right after they break up with you. So right after they break up with you, they're actually going through this period of relief. They've probably been thinking about the relationship ending for quite some time. Right now, they're going through this period of, I'm really, really glad to get them out of my life. I'm really, really happy to separate from this person at the moment, especially if they broke up with you. They could have been thinking about this for months, years, depending on how long you guys have been together. And there could have been moments of ups and downs where they thought about breaking up with you on a down, and then they're like, okay, you know what, everything's kind of okay, and then it comes back up. Usually when a lot of repeated behaviors happen, they're like, you know what, you're really not understanding what I want from this relationship, so I'm gonna just end this. And there becomes this point where resentment builds up, right? So if that's happened, they're feeling extreme relief right now, especially if the relationship went on a lot longer than they planned, and they built up so much resentment towards you, and they don't even see you in this positive light of attraction at all anymore. So they're going to be extremely happy to be separated from you at this point. So reaching out to them is going to be a bad fucking idea, because all they're doing right now is celebrating their freedom. So they're going through this moment when they're like going out with their girls, or they're just drinking wine alone. Who fucking knows? But they're going to be enjoying that time, and they're going to be looking at you like you want to ruin that moment if you reach out to them. But if you leave them alone and you take some time to get to heal and understand why the relationship may have come to the end that it did, and then give them time, give them space to miss you, give them time and space to get back in touch with themselves, because when you're in a relationship, you kind of lose yourself a little bit. So give them time and give yourself time. And when you come back to the relationship later on with a fresh pair of eyes and a different perspective, and you've done a little bit of growing, you'll be able to understand what you did wrong in the relationship and let go of the negative shit that you brought and bring forward more positive stuff that you learned through your breakup time. See, everyone assumes that the breakup is going to be permanent, which it is for some of you people, but it's also a time for growth. It's a time for reflection and a time for you to become a better version of you. So when you reach out to them during this period, they're going to be like, yo, you're totally interrupting my growth period here, dude. And this is, they don't even know that they're going through this in that way. They just think that it's more like, you know, you're interrupting my fun time. So that's why a lot of girls, when they break up with a guy, they'll start clubbing, they'll start doing all this fun shit, because they're just shaking off. That fucking Taylor Swift song just came to my head. They're shaking off all the negative shit that they've been going through, and they might even sleep with another guy. They might go out and do things that are a little bit scandalous, I should say. They're going to be happy to shed themselves of you and the negative shit that you brought. If you brought positive, okay, and here's one thing that you guys need to understand. If you brought positivity only to a relationship, they're not going to be leaving you. They don't leave people that they're in love with. They just don't. It's a fact. Women don't leave men that they're in love with. They just don't. Even the ones that, and this is sad to say, but there are a lot of girls out there who are in very toxic and abusive relationships, extremely bad ones, and they'll stay with those guys because they're in love with them. Right? You just have to understand it. Like, you brought something to the relationship that wasn't positive. If you're going through a breakup, you brought something to the relationship that they just didn't jive with. And this moment of clarity, aka your breakup, is going to be a perfect time for you to understand how to fix that issue. And that's the thing with people these days. They don't want to fix anything. They want people to fix it for them. You have the power to fix the issues in your life. Not overnight, but you have to put the work in. People don't want to put the work in. So this is the worst time to reach out. Don't do it. Take your time to get to understand yourself and to understand why the breakup did come to an end. Give them the space that they need and deserve, because you guys have been in a relationship for how long? They want time from you. Give it to them. Fucking give it to them. Why crawl up their ass like they're some sort of god? Just give them space. Who cares? Like, just let them be. And the more space you give freely, and the easier you make a relationship, the easier you make it for them to leave you, the faster they're going to want to come back, because they're going to look at it like a lot less drama. Maybe, especially when you take time to if you give them time, they're going to be like, oh, wow, I really didn't think that he was going to take it this easy. And they'll see you with a lot less, they'll see you with a lot more respect, because they'll know that you're not so full of drama. But if you're this crazy person who climbs a clock tower and then you want to jump from it, causing all this news, they're like, oh my God, like, I don't want to deal with that. They want to be with somebody who can be completely fine on their own. That's the most attractive thing. So that's it for this video, guys. If you want coaching on this matter, check out the description below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I love you guys. Take it easy. Stay masculine. I'll see you in the next one. Done.